Europe is the cradle of the automobile, but which brands still exist today and who are the main manufacturers? We will see this. First disclaimer, I will not talk about recently relaunched brands which have not yet produced and which may never reproduce a vehicle. Furthermore, I will not talk about brands that are not marketed or marketed only in the country concerned. Let's start with Germany. Here is the map of the head offices of German brands. First, there is the city of Wolfsburg, with Volkswagen, created in 1937 under the wishes of the mustachioed man. The town of Rüsselsheim has been home to Opel since 1862-1899 for automobiles. Further south, the city of Stuttgart is the city of German automobiles. It has been home to Mercedes-Benz since 1926, but also Porsche, created in 1931, and Smart in the suburb of Böblingen, created in 1997. The city of Ingolstadt is home to the Audi firm since 1909. Finally, since 1916, BMW has its headquarters in Munich. Today, there are therefore 7 automobile companies which are actually active in Germany. We see on the map that most of the companies are based in the southwest of Germany, the cradle of the automobile industry. Germany has produced bestsellers: the Bettel, the Kombi, the Audi Quattro, the M3, the SLR, the 911, the AMG GTR, and we could list many more. Let's move on to the United Kingdom. Here is the map. The Aston Martin firm has been established in Gaydon since 1913. The Bentley firm has headquarters in Crewe since 1919. Lotus has its headquarters in Norwich since 1948. Caterham, created in 1973, has its headquarters in Crawley, south of London. Jaguar, created in 1922, and Land Rover, created in 1978, headquartered in Coventry, the two companies having merged. The Mini brand, created in 1959, the car, and 1969, the brand, although having been relocated to Germany, can be linked to its city of birth, Oxford. The McLaren company has been based in Woking, a suburb of London, since 1989. The Rolls-Royce company has its headquarters in Goodwood and was created in 1904. Today, there are 8 automobile companies in the United Kingdom, and we see that they are all located in England, being quite dispersed throughout the country. It is the cradle of automotive luxury above all. We can cite some important models: the Jaguar E-Type, the DB5, the Austin Mini, the Defender, the Lotus Evija, the Rolls-Royce Phantom, the 750 McLaren. Again, these are just examples. I did not mention Vauxhall, since this brand is today a resumption of Opel models for the British market. Buongiorno. Here we are in Italy. On the map you can only see 2 points. The brands are concentrated around Turin and Modena. Let's start. Firstly with Turin. Abarth, created in 1949, headquarters in Turin. Just like Alfa Romeo, created in 1910, Fiat since 1899, Lancia since 1906. Secondly with Modena. Maserati has its headquarters in Modena since 1914. Ferrari has its headquarters in Maranello since 1947. Lamborghini has its headquarters in Sant'Agata Bolognese, Modena region. And I also add Pagani, an Italian brand located in Modena since its creation in 1998. Italy is renowned for its elegance and sportiness. Many models can be selected: the Fiat 500, the Aventador, the Giulietta, the F40, the 315S Spider. Italy is certainly the embodiment of beauty, but also of performance. The next one is France. As we see on the map, it is not so concentrated around Paris. Let's start with Renault, created in 1898 and headquartered in Boulogne-Billancourt. Citroën, created in 1919, and DS Automobiles, created in 2014, all 2 headquarters in Poissy. The Peugeot firm has its headquarters in Sochaux, created in 1896 for its automotive part. Alpine has been headquartered in Dieppe since 1955. Finally, Bugatti has been headquartered in Molsheim since 1909. And I'm adding the Delage firm. The brand was relaunched in 2019, and its first model was due out in late 2024 or early 2025. The brand seems alive and well and participates in exhibitions, so I'm including it in the group of French firms. France is renowned for its comfort, but also its automobile luxury. France is the cradle of motorsport. We can cite certain models: the Deux Chevaux, the DS3, the 4L, the Bugatti La Voiture Noire, or the Alpine A110, the C15. Let's move on to Sweden. There are 3 brands distributed in 2 cities that we see on the map. Volvo, created in 1927, and Polestar, created in 1996, headquarters in Gothenburg. Finally, Koenigsegg, created in 1994, headquarters in Ängelholm. Saab is not counted because it has been closed since 2016. Sweden is the cradle of automobile safety. Certain models deserve to be mentioned: the Koenigsegg Jesko, the XC60, the Volvo 240 station wagon. Now we move on to Spain. On the map, we notice that only one city is noted, Barcelona, but there are 2 brands: Seat, created in 1950 and based in Barcelona, and Cupra, created in 2018, based in Abrera. Spain is not a major automobile country, but it produces sporty and agile compacts. We can cite in particular the Seat Ibiza, the Cordoba, the Leon, and the Formentor of Cupra. Now we are going to list countries with a brand. Thus there is Austria, with KTM, created in 1934 and based in Mattighofen, producing the Expo, the brand not being specialized in cars, but can be cited since it produces and is activated. Romania has Dacia, created in 1966 and headquartered in Mioveni, whose models are quite well known: the Duster, the Logan, or the Sandero. Let's go back north to Czechia, with Skoda, created in 1895, based in Mladá Boleslav, with iconic models: the Fabia, the Octavia, or the Superb. Finally, we can cite Croatia, which has a recent brand created in 2009, Rimac, based in Sveta Nedelja, not far from Zagreb. This ends the video on the main European car brands. As we can see, there are historic countries for the automobile, and there are countries which have launched fairly recently or have recently become known. Thank you. See you soon.